Hey, it's Melissa. Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment 2023, week 34, ending August 26, 2023. The Melissa method is my attempt to implement the Can Slim trading methodology developed by William O'Neill. I'm trading in my own retirement account and I don't have any tax implications. It's my video diary sharing my stock journey. Help me celebrate my successes and learn from my mistakes. But this is not an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought or to buy stocks in general. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is still in correction. All but 2 days in July have had negative net new lows on the NASDAQ. That means more new lows than new highs. And the Steve Sweats window of opportunity is also still closed. The market might have hit bottom. The S&P 500 index was up 0.8% for the week, and it closed just above its 8-day simple moving average. It is below its 50-day simple moving average. NASDAQ was a little stronger. It was up 2.3% for the week, but it does sort of have the same look as the S&P 500. It closed just above its 8-day simple moving average and is still below its 50-day simple moving average. My friend HP asked why I was buying TQQQ as he thought I only bought stocks. So here's my review. I learned about this red, white, and blue pattern from Richard Moglen, who learned about this from his professor, Dr. Wish. I started following this Wishing Wealth blog. Dr. Wish follows QQQ up and down trends and says he purchases small amounts of TQQQ. TQQQ is leveraged, means it's using borrowed capital, so it's on margin, and it tends to go up or down 3x of QQQ. I had been buying this in my Roth account with some extra money, but not sharing that in my $100,000 YouTube series. But then I decided I should start sharing everything I'm buying. So my trading style has changed over the years, and now I only hold positions that I share in my YouTube series. So everything that you see in my YouTube series, those are the only stocks that I own now. This red, white, and blue chart pattern shows several short-term moving averages in red and several long-term moving averages in blue. I have a black background, so it's not red, white, and blue, it's red, black, and blue. But if you had a white background, you would see the red, white, blue pattern, which is desired with the red up on the top and the blue on the bottom. And on this chart on the right hand side, you can see right now we're in the blue, white, red pattern. The TQQQ that I bought for the Melissa Method $100,000 stock experiment, I bought on May 25th, 2023, and I held it for 10 weeks and 1 day, and I had a 39.5% gain. I did sell it at the beginning of August where that red arrow is and that dotted yellow line. This is a 6-month chart for TQQQ with the red, white, and blue pattern. These are the buys I made in March. This wasn't in my experiment, but you can see that I tried to make purchases on March 8th and 9th, and they sold right away. One for a 4% loss and two for a 7% loss. I also bought at the end of March and the beginning of April, and I sold everything at that red arrow on April 25th. In my B1 position, I made a 5% gain, and my B2, I had a 7% loss. And then on to May. So I made a buy outside of my $100,000 stock experiment on May 11th, and I sold that on August 3rd for a 44% gain, and then I bought it for my experiment on May 25th. That's when I decided I just needed to put it in there. And I sold it on August 2nd. So these are all actual trades in my account. I had a B2 failed purchase from June. It failed 4 days later and I had a 3% loss. And then I just bought it again this week on Thursday and it failed the same day for a 5% loss. So here's a summary of all my buys and sells that I've had in my Roth account, but only the one starting on May 24th is recorded in my Melissa Method experiment. But you can see that I had quite a few losses and only a few wins. So what did I learn about TQQQ? Well, thanks HP for having me review it. I did I hadn't looked at it closely before, and I see that I've lost all my money on my B2 and my B3. So pyramiding into TQQQ like I do with regular stocks doesn't work for this leverage ETF. So I either need to not buy add-ons or strategically buy them, not using the percentage gain method. And I also think I should trust the red, white, and blue model more because that seemed to be really good indications of when to buy and sell. I'm currently holding Celsius, NVDA, and WDAY, same stocks as I was holding last week. WDAY, stock symbol WDAY. WDAY was up 5.7% for the week. Earnings were Thursday after the market closed, and the stock held up well. It had a nice gain on Friday. I have 2 buys in WDAY. My B1 I've held for 6 weeks, and I'm up 3.3%. And my B2 I've held for 5 weeks and 3 days, and I'm up 1.1%. So it's really not moving up as quickly as I like stocks to move up, but we are in a correction. Celsius holding, stock symbol CELH. Celsius was up 4.1% for the week. I just have that B1 left. I've held it for 9 weeks and 4 days, and I'm up 25.6%. I am considering selling this and taking my 25% gain, but I also like the way that it's holding up when the market is not. NVIDIA. NVIDIA was up 6.3% for the week. I thought it was going to be more. Earnings were on Wednesday after the market closed, and it went up as much as 8% on Thursday, but then it lost all of that gain and fell more on Friday. It's still above its 8-day simple moving average, but the other averages are all coming together. Has this stock lost its momentum, or are folks just taking profits? I have my original buy in NVIDIA that I've held for 23 weeks and 2 days, and it's up 89.3%. And then I took a whole nother position in NVIDIA. So I have a B1, B2, and B3. My B1 I've held for 2 weeks and 2 days, and I'm up 8%. My B2 I've held for a week and 4 days, and I'm up 3.6%. And then I just bought my B3 this week, and I have a 5% loss. I don't have any floors on my stocks right now. I drew a line where I want it to be, but I don't have in my broker stop. But I think I might need to put one in for my B3 of NVIDIA, and I'd probably put that at 8% loss. The weekly percentage change is sorted with the lowest value on the top. So all of my stocks beat the S&P 500 and NASDAQ this week. Yay! And my current holding bar chart shows NVIDIA in the middle is just a runaway stock. I've made a great gains on that, but it hasn't done much lately. And Celsius has met that 25% profit target. My second buy in NVIDIA is in the dark blue, and it's moving up nicely. And then WDAY. WDAY had been at a loss, but now I have a slight gain in that. This is all showing just my B1 purchase. Another advantage of reviewing my TQQQ purchases, I found a mistake where I had recorded a sale price lower than my actual sale price. So I found about $270. So if you compare my values for the last 3 weeks with what I published last week, it's $270 more because I found that error. The S&P 500 performance for the year is up 14.7%. The NASDAQ was up 2.3% for the week and up 29.8% for the year. And the Melissa method, I was up just under the NASDAQ. I was up 2.2%, and I have a year-to-date gain of 27.7%, but I'm only 54% invested. So that means I have 46% of my money is in cash. After 34 weeks, the $100,000 on the NASDAQ has grown to $129,849. The Melissa method, $100,000 has grown to $128,106. And the S&P 500, $100,000 has grown to $114,747. Industry breakdown shows I'm most heavily invested in cash with $58,801. And then NVIDIA, I have my new purchases where I have 3 buys, and my original holding where I have 1 buy. I have 1 buy in Celsius and 2 buys in WDAY. I do this reconciliation every week that shows the change from last week to this week. So the stocks that I was holding last week and still hold this week, I have a gain in a week of 3,485. And then my two new purchases, including TQQQ that I sold, I have a loss of $700. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, The Melissa Method. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.